Physics Class 12 Chapter 5 Magnetism and Matter. In the last class we have done magnetism and Gauss law. Today we shall do Earth's magnetism and elements of Earth's magnetic field. So let us start with Earth magnetism. Earth magnetism varies from place to place. So it has got different values at different place and its value is of the order of 10 to the power minus 5 Tesla. Now Earth is also behaving like a magnet and they have said there are many hypotheses. In our textbook they have given us two, so we shall write those two first. So first one is dynamo effect. What do you mean by dynamo effect? The magnetic field of Earth is thought of arising due to electrical current produced by convective motion of metallic fluids, mostly of molten iron and nickel, in the outer core of the Earth. This is known as the dynamo effect. So they said that the Earth has got some melted iron and nickel, okay, and which produces current, and due to that current we get the Earth's magnetism. So that was the first hypothesis. Second was, originally the field was thought of as arising from a giant bar magnet placed approximately along the axis of rotation of the Earth and deep in the interior. They say that there is a giant magnet placed inside the Earth. So because of that Earth has got magnetism. Then magnetic north pole is at latitude 79.74 degree north and a longitude 71.8 degree west, which is in North Canada. And magnetic south pole is 79.74 degree south and 108.22 degree east. It is in Antarctica. So this is the situation of magnetic north and south pole. Then look at this figure. We can see that in this figure this is the geographical axis, okay, on which the Earth is rotating, and this we consider there is a bar magnet inside, giant bar magnet. So that axis passing from this magnet we call it as a magnetic axis, okay, and this NM means magnetic north pole and this is magnetic south pole. But we see that this magnetic north pole will behave like the south and this will behave like the north, okay, because we see that the magnetic field lines are coming out from here, supposed to come out from here, but it enters here, and from south it should enter but it comes out from here. So we say that this comes out, therefore this is behaving like the north pole and this is behaving like the south pole. This is the geographical axis, this is the magnetic axis, and the angle between them, the average angle, it is 11.3 degree. This is the equator, which is for geographical equator, and this equator, which is the red, we call it as a magnetic equator. The field lines come out from here and enter here. So field line like this come out, okay, move from here like this and they will enter here. So that is the rotation of the field lines. Now we will define two terminologies. The first one is geographical meridian. The vertical plane containing longitude circle and the axis of rotation of the Earth is called geographical meridian. If this is the axis of the rotation, okay, this axis is geographical axis, which is the axis of the rotation, and this is like a sphere. So if you cut into two from here, okay, if you cut from here, if you are going to cut from this part, then the plane which is containing this axis, we call it as the geographical meridian, okay. So if you cut over this, cut from here, the axis which is passing the plane, actually the plane is called the geographical meridian. And when you cut from here, okay, you will get another plane which is passing from the magnetic axis. That plane we call as a magnetic meridian, and the angle between magnetic meridian and the geographical meridian will call as the angle of declination, okay. That is the next definition. So the magnetic meridian is written as the vertical plane which passes through the imaginary line joining the magnetic north pole and the south pole, okay. So it is a plane. As I said, this plane from here will be the plane. When you cut, it will become like this, and that plane is the magnetic meridian, and the plane from the axis will be geographical meridian, and the angle between them will be called magnetic declination or angle of declination. Only the declination. That is the next definition, magnetic declination and deep. The angle between geographical meridian and magnetic meridian is called magnetic declination. How do we get it? See, this is my, suppose, true north and south pole. Okay, this is not the south pole, so this is true. And if you are going to suspend a needle, magnetic needle, then this north pole will go towards the north pole of the magnetic north pole. Okay, it will like this. Okay, it will give this. This is the actual north and south, and when I put this needle freely suspended, it will bend towards the magnetic north pole. Okay, and then so it is not straight with this north pole, but it is making some angle. So that angle we call as the angle of declination. Okay, so see here in the figure you can see this is the true north pole, and this will be true south pole, and this is the needle, and this will be the magnetic meridian. So this the needle will be making some angle with this, the true north and south. That angle you call as a angle of declination. Okay, in the figure you can see this is the angle of declination. Declination is smaller near equator. So now when you go to equator, okay, so this is the equator, no? So when you go to equator, near equator, angle of declination is small. Okay, and here it will be 0. For India it is small. In Delhi 0.41 degree east, and in Mumbai 0.58 degree west. It is measured in degree east and degree west. Okay, the angle is declination is measuring degree east and degree west. Next we have got angle of deep. Okay, and the symbol for angle of declination is capital D is used. Angle of deep. The angle of deep of a place is the angle between the direction of Earth's magnetic field BE and the horizontal HE component of Earth's magnetic field in the magnetic meridian at that place. Okay, so suppose you have got the magnetic meridian. In that magnetic meridian, the Earth will have the angle between the total field of the Earth and the horizontal component of the Earth, that we call it as the angle of deep. Okay, see, you can just think that if you have got the magnetic needle, if you suspend freely, then it will bend. It will not be like this. Okay, it will bend like this, move north and south, but it will also make some angle with the horizontal. It will bend, tilt something like this. Okay, suppose this is supposed to be like that. Okay, freely suspended needle. Okay, like this, but it will have north south, but also it will bend like this somewhere. Okay, each place it will be different. So that angle which is making with the horizontal, that we call as the angle of deep. The symbol is used as capital I. The figure shows the magnetic meridian plane at P on the surface of the Earth. The plane is a section through the Earth. The total magnetic field LP can be resolved into a horizontal component HE and vertical component ZE. The angle that BE makes with HE is angle of deep. Okay, you can see in this figure. Okay, at this point P, this is suppose the magnetic field, total magnetic field of the Earth. So you can resolve these in two parts, one perpendicular and one horizontal. Okay, one is horizontal, which is perpendicular, that is vertical. So the angle B will make some angle with the horizontal component, that is called angle of deep, that is I. Okay, here also you can see this is the magnetic meridian, this is point P, and this is the supposed total field of the Earth BE. Okay, so you resolve this, one in this side, that is horizontal component, one is this side, that is vertical component. So the angle BE makes with HE is called I, and this angle will be called as angle of declination. Okay, so that is what written here, right? The angle between the horizontal component and the Earth's total magnetic field is called angle of deep, and the symbol is used capital I. Okay, here I have written capital I. Now the declination D, angle of deep, that is inclination I, the horizontal component of Earth's magnetic field HE are known as the elements of Earth magnetic field. So these are the elements of the Earth's magnetic field. Okay, angle of declination, angle of deep, horizontal component of the Earth's magnetic field. Now vertical component of magnetic field will be HEZE we are using here. So we know by definition it is BE sin theta. Okay, sin theta. Here angle is deep, that is I. So BE sin I, and horizontal will be H is equal to BE cos I. And if I divide this, sin by cos is tan and ZE by HE. Okay, so if this is the angle of deep if you want to find, then I is equal to tan inverse ZE by HE. Z is the vertical component of magnetic field of the earth and H is the horizontal component of the magnetic field of the earth. Okay, so we can say this is HE, which can be written, HE can be also said as a, if this is the angle I, no? So you can say this is B, this is B, that is this B magnetic field of the earth, total magnetic BE cos I. Okay, this is horizontal, and this will be equal to BE sin I. Okay, so we will keep here today this much. We have done Earth's magnetic field and its magnetic component of the Earth's magnetic field, the elements, and also the definition and the two hypotheses. Plus we have defined geographical meridian, magnetic meridian, angle of deep and declination, and horizontal component, and how to find the angle of deep. I is equal to tan inverse Z by H. Thank you very much.